Hi everyone. Welcome to a video that may or may not be life-changing for you, but will certainly be entertaining. Today we're going to talk about what's the deal with automatic cat litter boxes. And I'm just going to be upfront with you guys. This video is sponsored by a really cool automatic cat litter box, which I'm going to introduce in a little bit. But this is definitely an important question because let's break it down. There's about three things that are important in the cat's life. And unfortunately, none of them are you. I hate to break it to you, but it's, food, water, and a nice clean place to pee and poop. There's a couple other things that are nice bonus extras, such as a loving family and a sunny spot to have naps. But those are the three things that really define a cat's existence from an objective perspective. Keeping a cat's litter box clean is something that's not talked about nearly enough, in my opinion. And it's not necessarily the most exciting of topics, but it is really, really important to your cat to have a nice, clean space. Because as we all know, cats are very clean animals. They love to groom and clean themselves, and they do us the great courtesy of burying their metabolic byproducts. And a dirty litter box is very stressful for your cat and can lead to elimination issues. It can lead to feline interstitial cystitis or blocked cats. Speaking of which, please check out my video on this topic. It's something that every cat owner, lover, fancier, and aficionado should be familiar with. And let's face it, most of us probably don't scoop the litter box every single time it is used, right? I mean, we can try, but you miss a few, right? And some people don't scoop the litter box more than once a day, twice a day, once a week. I know you're out there. Don't feel too bad about yourself, but you can feel a little bit bad about yourself. Because really, a cat's litter box should be scooped every time it is used. And as much work as that is, it makes a big difference to a cat's life, and we should all be doing it. Please promise me you'll do it. But if for some reason you can't, such as you have a sore back, you have kids, you have a busy life, you're not home 24 hours a day, and a myriad other very legitimate reasons where you might miss pee or poo, an automatic litter box might be a good solution for you. Now, it's not a good solution for everyone. Specifically, it's not a good solution for all cats. There are certain cats for whom it is simply not a valid option, but for those cats for whom it is, it should be considered because it'll probably make their life better. And automatic litter boxes really make the owner's life better as well. Yes, it can be a hassle to change them, but at least it's a hassle you only have to face once every week to maybe month, depending on the model that you're using. There are certainly downsides to automatic litter boxes that I can discuss with you guys in a moment. But first, let me have a little segue into talking about the sponsor of this video, the Pet Snowy automatic self-cleaning litter box. And this is an absolute unit of a litter box. When my staff first got the box and we were unpackaging it, we were like, what the hell is this thing? It is so massive. But once we got it out of the box, we realized this is actually a beautiful piece of technology. I actually love the aesthetics of its design. And on the inside, it is so high tech. Like, I'm pretty sure that this is the most sophisticated toilet outside of the International Space Station. And it actually really, really works. So this is an automatic litter box that is also covered. It is designed to limit the smells of your cat's nefarious activities. And it does so very effectively. You can use it with any litter you want. There's actually an air filter built into it. There's a really cool little pad there that collects all that litter that's stuck to cat's paws so it doesn't get tracked all over the house. And it cleans itself and deposits the used litter into a pre-inserted plastic bag that's in this handy little loading tray down below, so that you literally just have to take out that tray, switch out the bags, and it's honestly looks like to be about the easiest and tidiest automatic self-changing litter box that you can possibly hope for. And even though it's an absolute unit, it actually, I think, works really, really well. Certainly, it's very good at controlling smells. It's got sensors inside that can detect when the cat's in there and when the cat has left, so you don't have to worry about your cat going for a little ride in the centrifuge. And you know what? It just gets the job done. I really like the aesthetic of the Pet Snowy. It kind of reminds me a little bit of those little Japanese tapas places you see on street side stalls with a curtain behind the eaters. And I like to think that Claudia is going in there for her little afterworks business stop. I think it's a really excellent solution for small spaces because I'll show you guys my setup at home. As you can see, I have a little automatic litter box and I have a regular traditional litter box for Mr. Pirate to use. I'll tell you a bit about it in a second. But that requires space. There's basically a whole bathroom dedicated to cats there. Whereas I think the Pet Snowy automatic litter box can actually be integrated into your living room. It makes a very good end table. You can store some books on it, and it actually aesthetically can really, really fit in. So surprisingly, the bigger litter box is actually better for a smaller space, in my opinion. So thank you very much, Pet Snowy, for sponsoring this video. Pirate, do you have to go eat or poop? Well, to be discovered. And like everything else these days, it's app controlled. You can download a little app to your phone, and it's kind of has some cool features. It lets you keep track of your cat's weight, which is actually probably the most important weight monitoring parameter for tracking your pet at home. And it's something I actually encourage all my clients to do. And you can set up different profiles for different cats in your household based on their weight. And it also notifies you if they spend a lot of time in the litter box, which again, could be suggestive of a health issue. So if your cat's spending a long time in the litter box, you can go check to see if they fell asleep in there, because cats will sleep in their litter box sometimes. Or, if it's in there straining, you can just open up the lid and have a peek. Obviously, if it's in there trying to strain, then that's a red flag. You should probably go to a veterinarian to get that checked out. So that's a really cool kind of modern feature of this device. The disadvantages of an automatic litter box are probably mostly to do with accessibility. So if you have an older geriatric cat with mobility issues, such as Mr. P, they might have trouble getting into it. They might have trouble getting out of it. And we really just, for cats who have any kind of mobility problem, we really just want to make their access to litter as easy as possible. That is why I have a regular traditional litter box set up right next to the automatic one. One concern that many pet owners might have about an automated litter box, and that I think that you might worry that it's scary for cats. And definitely the team behind Pet Snowy was also worried about it, because on this awesome giant instruction card that they include with their litter box, they talk quite a bit about getting your cat used to the litter box and how you can do that by putting little treats inside. In my experience, cats have absolutely no problem adapting to any of these devices. And in fact, I think Claudia loves automatic litter boxes because she'll just sit there and watch them operate. When I got my very first one, it was for about probably a month or two. Every time it went off, she would just sit there and watch it. I was calling it Claudia's favorite TV program. So, because, things are moving and it's making a buzzing noise and it's kind of exciting. Honestly, I think it was actually a really good piece of environmental enrichment for my cats. So definitely don't worry about it being scary. And of course, all modern automatic litter boxes have little sensors inside to make sure they don't go off with a cat in there. So yeah, going back to mobility issues, you definitely want to make a cat's life as easy as possible and make sure they have access to the litter box. You can go so far as to actually cut down the side or at least one side of a traditional litter box with a pair of garden shears if you have a cat that has trouble getting in there. And it certainly might come to that with Pirate if his mobility decreases at all. I have a bunch of videos sort of on Mr. Pirate's health updates that I invite you to check out, because they're basically master classes on how to take care of an older cat. And I talk about his health issues and how I'm managing them there. So please do have a look. There'll be links in the description below. So cats with mobility issues, a larger automated litter box might not be right for them. Really young kittens who you're just teaching to use a litter box, probably best to keep it simple. Those are fairly limited and specific exclusions. Most cats, I think an automatic litter box is a really great tool to make their life a little bit better, and probably your life a little bit easier as well, with not really any substantial downsides. Although the one thing I should mention is that it does make monitoring your pet's eliminations a little bit more challenging. So again, if you have a cat who has, gastrointestinal issues, or maybe is prone to getting blockages or feline idiopathic cystitis, FLUTD, speaking of which, I do have a really important video on this topic that is on my channel. Links in the description below. Please check it out, because everybody who owns a cat should be aware of this condition and how to manage it properly. Also, every veterinarian should be aware of this condition, how to manage it properly, which unfortunately is not the case. So please watch that video. But if you have a cat with these health issues, then maybe an automatic litter box isn't right for you, because you do want to be able to monitor how they pee and how they poop. And you could say that, it's going to be a bit harder for you to tell if your cat has diarrhea if it's all hidden away. that is a concern that is certainly worth thinking about it, but I don't think it's an absolute contraindication for an otherwise healthy cat to use one of these. And particularly, with things like diarrhea, even if you can't, even with an automated litter box, my suspicion is that you will know if your cat's having diarrhea in there, because I certainly know when Pirate has little accidents or gastrointestinal issues flaring up, automatic litter box or no. So again, that's certainly a valid concern and something worth thinking about, and it may rule out these tools for certain cats. But overall, I think most cats tolerate them really, really well. Like I said, some cats like Claudia might view them as a really awesome entertainment center in a home, and they do make the cat keeper's life a little bit easier. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you found it both educational and entertaining. And if you appreciate my videos, please don't forget to check me out on Patreon and join up, help me support doing my work in public education. And I also do second opinion consults through there. So if you need help with your own cat's elimination problems, I'd be very happy to help you. And please don't forget to squish that subscribe button and pet the bell notification icon so we can see more of each other. I hope you have a great day.